What's up, y'all, and welcome back to another video. So today I have another wrap up because I really enjoyed doing my last wrap up. I just want to say I'm not an official booktuber, so I don't really know theories and synopsis of these books by heart. I just know what I read. So yeah, but I just want to start by saying I read 23 books this month. Last month I read 11. This month I read 23 books. Please don't mind that Hulu sign there. Ignore that. But y'all, 23 books? Are you kidding me? So I'm just gonna go through every single one, and I'm not gonna talk long or nothing like that. So don't expect that. I'm just gonna tell my rating and say how much I enjoyed the book. So let's just get started with the first. So the first book that I read this month was a continuation of last month, and then I finished it on the 1st of August. So I'm putting this wrap up. It was Broken Clocks by Danielle Allen. And first of all, she's a beautiful writer. Basically, this book, first of all, I give this book a 4 out of 5. I got a 4 out of 5 because of the ending. The ending was not my favorite at all, so I just could not get jiggy with it. But this book is about a girl and a boy who were always on and off in a relationship, that they get together, but the first time they met was in college, and they just could not click. They couldn't get together. They clicked, but they couldn't get together because they were both in relationships. And then the next time around, she was in a relationship, and the next time around he was in a relationship, and then they finally got together, but then they had to move away from each other. It just never works out for them. So they finally get together, y'all. Finally make it work. And it was like, okay, we're not gonna make it finish. We're gonna do it's just sex, it's just sex, nothing too crazy. And they realized they really had feelings for each other, so they tried to make it work. And then the ending, y'all, I'm not gonna spoil the book, but I'm just saying I did not like the end of this book at all, but I did give it a 4 out of 5 stars. So the next books that I read was a part of a series. I read 2 series this month. This is the first series I read, and it was the Element series by Britney C. Cherry. I have all 4 books here. So the first book in the series was The Air He Breathes, and I'm gonna be real, I don't remember which one of these books is about, but I gave all of them 5 stars. So they're really good books. Clearly that was good for me at that. All about somebody different. They wasn't connected at all. You could have read them at a standalone. I do know that much. I think the first one was about this girl and this man who both lost their significant others. He lost his son and his wife, and she just lost her husband in a car accident. Yeah, that's what it's about. See, I got it. Lost their sitting on the car accident, and it was the exact same car accident. And then as you read on, you realize, some really iffy things about it, but y'all, it was so cute and so nice. It was kind of like a enemies to lovers type book, but not really. But I feel I don't know, it was very enjoyable to me. I didn't really get bored at any spot. It kept me on my toes that whole time. So yeah, I really like this book. And it was fun trying to seeing Tristan open up and become vulnerable again, especially after losing his child and his wife. That's tough. So yeah, that was nice. Had me in tears. Then the second book, The Fire Between High and Low, was okay. So this one was about they were young when they met. I'm pretty sure they were young when they met. Tell you, yeah. So they was young when they met, and then as they grew up, they started to really feel like they had feelings for each other. There was one for each other. It wasn't for nobody else. So, but they both struggled hard. So his mom had a drug addiction. He came from no money. His dad wasn't a nice person at all. And she came from money, but her parents just didn't. Well, her mom just didn't like her for some reason, and her dad was absent. So It's about them trying to figure each other out as they grow up, and then they finally get together, and then he did something terrible, and they took a break. And this book had me in tears also. Like, I was in tears reading this, but it was so freaking good, especially like the ending, how everything came together at the end. I don't really want to spoil it, but they did get into an accident. That's as much I'm gonna say about that. I'm not gonna say who did it, how they got in an accident or anything, but they got into the accident like 3/4 of the way into the book. Well, not like it was like over halfway into the book. They got into an accident, and first of all, her older sister and his older brother are married, are together. So yeah, really good book. This is really good. And then the third one, like I said, I read all these 5 out of 5 stars. The third one is Childhood Friends to Lovers. I wouldn't say it was friends when they was kids, but he was the best friend to her brother. So she got raped as a child. She seen this man murder his wife, and then he raped her. Cool man. And so, but he stick beside her the whole time. Like, y'all, he never left her side. Then he got famous. Him and her brother was in a band together. So they ended up popping off, getting famous or whatever, and he moved out. But he got a new girlfriend, but he still like didn't lose her. Also, she was a mute. She became mute after she got raped, and she just stopped talking to him. She didn't talk to him, but they really cared for each other, and they couldn't be apart. And she is the reason why he finally he is the reason that she finally like spoke, got the house. She didn't leave the house from 10 to I think she was 23, 24, somewhere in there. She didn't leave the house. She didn't speak anymore because of what happened to her when she was 10. So yeah, this was really cute. Again, tears, okay? Tears. And then the last book, I don't remember him as a whole, and I don't remember much about this book. I think I only gave it 5 stars because I got the rest of them 5 stars, because I cannot even recall anything about this. But I know it's good because the rest of the series is good. But this synopsis on the back is not really telling me much, and I just know who the book was about. Oh my god, she owned a flower shop, and she did a catering for this man whose dad died. She did the flower. She delivered the flowers to his funeral. Realized who he was, and then realized that he was married to her sister, and they didn't even know her sister was married. Her sister went by a different name. Blah blah blah. They finally figured shit out and fell in love. Really cute, really nice. I love this. So that's the first series. So the next book I read was 6 Months Later by Natalie D. Richards. This is the second book I've read by her, and again, this was really great. I gave this one a 4 out of 5. It wasn't as good as the first one, but still good regardless. It was about this girl in high school who, she was kind of like a loner. She only had one friend, only talked to one person, and then she had the tension with pulling the fire thing for her friend who stutters. And then she went to sleep in detention. She woke up, and 6 months of her life was gone. So it was really intense, really like hard to try to figure out. And like, I think we maybe 4 stars because it took too long to figure out. Like, I was like over it, like get to the point already. But at the end, you realize like, and then she ended up falling in love. We always love romance. I love a good mystery that has romance in it. Okay, so yeah, really good book. Really nice. Yeah, I 10 out of 10 would recommend this one as a mystery type book if you want to get into mystery. It's a good beginning, plus it has very nice romance in it between her and someone. She missed out on 6 whole months, y'all. You had to realize she missed out on 6 whole months. She didn't even know like she was with somebody. Like, she didn't even know she had a crush on somebody. Like, it was crazy. The next book I read, TikTok made me add this to my TBR. I wanted to get into Penelope Douglas. Ever since I've seen that people love her books, she has tons of books. So I've been wanting to get into her. So, 57 is the first book I read by Penelope Douglas. It's about 2 kids who were assigned as pen pals, and then they was assigned as pen pals when they was kids. As they got older, they finally met, and he actually lost his sister. His sister died from heart problems in like the middle street by himself, and on the exact same night that he met her. So he stopped writing letters to her. They've been writing letters to each other from kids all the way till they was 18 or whatever, or something like that. And he started writing letters to her, and she tried to figure out what and why. So he ended up switching to their school, to her school or whatever, and she didn't even know because they never knew what each other looked like. So they ended up going to each other's school. I rated it a 4 out of 5, by the way. And he finally realized, like, maybe she wasn't who she said she was. Maybe she was lying this whole time. So he thought she was a complete freaking liar. Like, nope, that's not how that went down. You're a liar. You're lying to me. That's not what happened. Because of what he saw versus the letters, it came together very nicely. So yeah, I did give it 4 out of 5 stars, and it was just really, really great. Next is Forbidden by Tabitha, Susannah, and I'm just saying I basically DNF this book, but I gave it a 2 out of 5. But I did DNF it. It's terrible. I'm not even gonna tell you what it's about. Do not read it. If you don't trust me, go look it up yourself. Do not read this book. Okay, great. Next, I read another series, and y'all, this was a spicy series. Okay, so it's a big series too. So it's a 6-book series in a novella. It had the prologue too, but you can't buy the prologue and paperback, and I don't use Kindle. I buy all my books, so yeah, didn't read the prologue, but I don't need it because I read this whole series, and I read the first book of 4 out of 5, second book of 4 out of 5, the novella 5 out of 5. Novella was spicy. Third book 4 out of 5, fourth book of 5 out of 5. Fourth book was really good. The fifth book of 4 out of 5, and the 6th book of 4 out of 5. So really, really, really good series. I'm not gonna cut down on what each one of them is about because that's a lot, but they're all connected. All the people know each other some way or another, and I don't know how many times I can say, but it's spicy. If you're sensitive to smut, if you're sensitive to sex scene, if you're sensitive to BDSM and like tying down sex clubs, prostitutes type thing, this is all. It's called the Blindfold Book Club. The Blindfold Club. And the Blindfold Club is a place where you basically sell sex. And yeah, it's all connected. Every single book is connected. Starting out with the first one where her boss buys her, and they blindfolded when they have sex, and the boss can, the boss is like a daddy, so like is submissive and dominant, and it's like that in every single book. Of course, some books you have the men that know nothing about the club, you have the women that don't know nothing about the club, but in the end, all come together because either somebody's brother, somebody's worker, somebody's boss, somebody's cousin. Somehow, in some way, they're all connected. And y'all, this was spicy, okay? Spicy. I'm telling y'all, I'm giving y'all a warning right now. Do not read if you're sensitive to sex. And that's all I have to say about this whole series. Really nice though. I really enjoyed it. But it's spicy, okay? So after that, I didn't read any more no more series after that. But I'm hoping to read more series this next month. I'm literally starting a month off of the series, but we'll see. Next book I read was Jackpot by Nick Stone. This was really cute, really good. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I had a really good reading month, if you can't tell. I rated it a 4 out of 5. It was really nice. It was about high schoolers. I'm not really a YA type of person. Honestly, I prefer adult books, so the YA-ness of this kind of blew me. If it was adult, I probably like it more because it would have been more spicy. But really cute. It's about a girl who needs money. Basically, she works her butt off. She works day and night to take care of her brother, because her mom rather go buy clothes than pay bills. But her mom pays some of the bills, but she rather take the money from her daughter. So she's trying to win the jackpot, and she has a crush on this #1 player in the school who's rich. She goes to school with a bunch of rich people, and because her mom wanted them to, her mom literally moved into a neighborhood that they couldn't afford, so they can go to a really nice school with a bunch of rich kids. And he helps her on adventure to find out who had the numbers on the jackpot and see who won, because the person that won never stepped forward or whatever. Then you end up finding, oh, never mind, I ain't gonna tell you this. That's a big spoiler, I think. But anyways, they end up finding love for each other. Really cute. But the ending, again, a spoiler. I would recommend, please read this. Okay. Next I read Can You Keep a Secret? And I rated this a 3 out of 5 because it was boring. It was about this lady that met this man on a plane and told him all her secrets, and then realized he's the CEO of the company. Like, when I say CEO, he literally built that company from the ground up, and it's his company of where she works, and she's trying to make it big in that company. And she gets there eventually. They end up falling for each other, find love, but she lies to everyone, and it was just really boring. So they give, the romance was cute, the plot was cute, it was just boring. So yeah. Then I read Wins and Losses by Alexandria, and I'm telling you, after I read this book, I added all her books to my TBR. So yeah, I gave this a 5 out of 5, y'all, because it was really good. Basically, it was about this family, it was, get your thoughts together, girl. This girl and her brother lost their dad in a tragic shooting in the hood. So she ended up going back home because she moved away from home or whatever, and she lived with her fiance, who her dad never liked, by the way. And so she moved with him, and they was just trying to find love within each other. I mean, they was trying to find love with each other in her relationship, but then she realized that she had to go move back with her brother, who was a senior in high school. He was a star basketball player, looking to be drafted. So she went home to go take care of him and be with him. And his basketball coach, who she knew when she was younger, because she was also a basketball player and he was a basketball player, and they grew up together. They're separate schools, but they knew of each other because of basketball, is her brother's coach. So they started hanging out more and being around each other more, and she realized that she finally realized that her fiance ain't shit, okay? He ain't shit at all. So she finally breaks up with him and explores love with the coach, who she knew all her life, and realized that they really had chemistry together, and it was so cute. So like the whole plot, everything about this book was so freaking cute. Like, I loved everything about it, okay? So yeah, 5 out of 5 for that. The next book I read was The Kind Worth Killing, and I think I rated this a 3 out of 5. I rated a 4 out of 5. I think I was being generous. No, it was the end. It was definitely the end that got me. But it was kind of like boring, but not boring at the same time. Like I said, the end really like hooked me, sunk me, and put me into the book. So basically, it was about this man who was on a plane. He met this woman, and he told this woman how he wished he could kill his wife. And she was like, oh really? And then you get her point of view of all the people that she has killed in her life and never got caught. So she was like, I can help you. He was like, ha 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 ha, not knowing that she was dead ass. So they planned to meet up, and comes to find out like one of the people that she killed was her boyfriend, but the ex-boyfriend also the boyfriend of his wife, and she knew that all along. She was sneaky, and that's what I'm telling you at the end. So yeah, definitely recommend this. It was actually pretty intense, but like in a good way. It's no smut or nothing, it's just straight mystery. So yeah, if that's something you're into, definitely recommend. Then I read another TikTok made me buy it book, which is Anxious People. Terrible. I'm just playing. I got it 3 out of 5. It was really, really boring, and I didn't expect it to go the way that it did. I'm just like, that's what this is. Like, it was chapters, but it wasn't no specific like point of view. It was just random people getting interviewed and talking. It was a lot of monologue, not like enough dialogue, and I didn't like that. I like a book full of dialogue. That's why I love text message type books. I love dialogue. So I was not feeling the book at all. So I did give it a 3 out of 5. And then I read another book that booktok made me get. Booktok, Bookstagram, booktube, all them made me do it. And it's 1,000 Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. I finally read it, y'all. Finally read 1,000 Boy Kisses. It ain't boohoo, so fuck you if you recommend this. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 because it's literally, I was like, when I first started reading, I was like, oh, this not gonna live up to the hype. This not gonna be what everybody think it's gonna be. I played myself. I really truly played myself. This book was so freaking good, y'all. I was in tears, boohoo crying reading this. It was that good. I don't think I have to tell y'all what this is about, because if you don't know, look it up and go buy it right now. I'm making you buy it. Not booktube, not bookstagram, not booktok, me. I'm telling you, go buy 1,000 Boy Kisses by Taylor Cole right now. It was so freaking good. I mean, it was YA, but it's YA, but still so freaking good. Okay, go read this. Then I read a mystery book, which I was so excited about. I did buy this book from what is it called? From Barnes & Noble. So I was excited because it's my first time really shopping for books in Barnes & Noble. So I did pick this up. It's a little small book. It's called Murder on Cape Cod, and it's basically about a small town trying to figure out who killed one of the small town people. And it was just really nice, mysterious. It's not a romance book at all. So I'm just trying to let y'all know that I don't just read romance, okay? I read other stuff. So yeah, it was really nice, really cool. The mystery one was great. I rate this also a 5 out of 5 stars. The last 3 books I read this month, I rated 5 out of 5. I end this month off great. But yeah, 10 out of 10 would recommend. And I'm gonna read so many more of these, so you're gonna see a lot of these coming up in my TV. And the very last book I read this month, y'all, sheesh, 23 books, was Birthday Shot by Rizzy Adams. And y'all, this is my second novella that I read by her, and she is so good at what she does. Okay, she's wonderful at her job. I give this a 5 out of 5 stars, like I said. And it was based about this girl. It was brother's best friend. So I love Brother's Best Friend. Okay, y'all, Brother's Best Friend is one trope that I literally love to death. I would read this at any go. Okay, it was about this girl who basically crushed on her brother's best friend since she was a baby, since she was like 5, and they just never like did anything. She felt like he never liked her, kept her at arm's length the whole time. He started feeling her a long time ago, so they finally connected. It was her birthday. He showed up to her birthday party. And it was from there. I literally just started and finished this today when I got free. Really quick read, really nice. But Rizzy Adams knows what she's doing with these erotic shots. Okay, these small little quick little books. She knows she's doing, so get to reading her, okay? But okay, y'all, that's all the books that I read this month. 23 books is a lot, y'all. I'm pretty sure I already finished my Goodreads reading goal. If I haven't, I'm like 2 books off from finishing it. And I literally have 3 books right here, and I have 3 books on the way. So y'all know I'm not done reading for the year. Just because I finished the reading goal, which is when I've made it, I was like, that's a long shot. Like, I'm not gonna read 75 books. And look at me. But I hope y'all enjoyed this, y'all. I'm really planning on like putting out more book content because I love this community, like the people that I'm subscribed to. I love the community. I love watching videos like this. So when I make my own, because I do read just as much as them. So yeah, but if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to get, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.